And welcome back to Music Free Gaming. I hope you're having a fabulous day. It is a hot and sticky Tuesday, but that's not you. I mean, maybe you are hot and sticky, but I think you're awesome and amazing and really, really chill. And that is totally not what my weather is today. And hang on, what's a Twitch? You know, Beam is great, but every once in a while it does something stupid. Okay. No, we're fine. Everything is great. Okay. Moving on. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into some Minecraft because Minecraft is fun. I think it's fun. You may think not, but that's okay. So today we're going to be continuing on in the storage room here. And now we've got some stuff. Our interior is basically done, okay, which is kind of okay. It's almost done. Yes, I have to deal with this stuff. Oh, hang on. Options, resource packs. I am done mucking about with redstone, so let's turn off the redstone tweaks resource pack. There's more redstone I want to do. I'm not really in the mood to be fighting with it, at least right this very instant, okay? So I also need to get up here and set filters, which that's going to take forever, but that's probably okay. Now, so what I want to do is I need to start figuring out what this building is going to be like. Okay, so right, this is the ceiling. We've got ourselves our copper golems, which I do want to add a few more, but that's a problem for future me. We'll get to that in a minute, but, well, probably more than a minute. Probably several minutes. I don't know. Something. I have to get in there and wax them, too. Okay, so, honestly, should I just get those guys taken care of now while I'm... Yeah, let's do it while I'm thinking about it so that I can maybe cover them up and not have to worry about getting back in there again. All right, I can do that. That's fine. Quick distraction, you know. We all have those. All right, so we'll grab some copper blocks. And we'll grab some pumpkins, and I've got my shears. That's great. Oh, I need wax. Okay, hang on. We must get some honeycomb. Unfortunately, I don't think I have any over here, so because I don't have anything closely resembling a bee farm here, so which is okay. I have honeycomb back in the up there. No, not up here. In the Badlands. So we're gonna go there and do the thing where we look at stuff and get things. You know how that goes, right? You look at stuff and you get things. All right. So yeah. So somewhere over the nether is my base. So, how y'all doing? Hope you're having a comfortable day. Good, bad, or otherwise, I hope it's comfortable. It has been so hot here. Says the guy whining about, you know, it's 80 degrees outside. Which is cooler, which is great. But normally, I live in a place I don't have to worry about air conditioning most of the time because it's just not that hot. And even when it is, it's usually cool enough at night that we can pull cold air into the house and everything's lovely and wonderful. Unfortunately, it's actually been relatively warm at night, which sucks. So yeah. All right, so I'm looking at slime. Honeycomb is over here. Honeycomb. Yep. I absolutely have honeycomb, so wonderful. I'm going to grab a couple of stacks just in case. Right. Yes. Whoa. Okay. That was interestingly laggy. I really should put a nether portal in that base. I don't know where I want to put it. And so that makes it a little tough, you know? Anyway. There are a handful of those types of things that I'd like to do, but I'm very much in the I'm working on a project and I'm just going to finish up this project. Or I've been putting off this project, now I'm going to do it, right? That's kind of where things have been. All right. I guess I can go around the scaffolding. All right, and in we go. Or, yeah, something like that. All right, down we go. Turn the override back on as we come down into the city. I should probably sleep, huh? Not that it's going to matter, I'm underground, but still, you know, in case I have to go out there again, we'll try to minimize the number of phantoms, you know. I'm not farming them right now, so we'll let them go. All right, in the meantime, let's, low ceiling, hang on. All right, so step one, I want to wax these guys. Hi, guys. Hi, come back here. All right, nice. So that's done. Oh, right. How was I doing this? Trap doors is how I was doing this, huh? Okay. All right. No, that's fine. We'll just grab the trapdoors real quick. Sure. Bamboo trapdoors are good. I have lots of them, so yeah. Also, I screwed something up and I threw some items in here that were not ready to be sorted, so we'll take those out. Okay, what am I doing? Okay. All right, so let's see. We're just going to trapdoor. I know what I'm doing. I do. I really do. Okay. All right, so step one. Okay. All right, and then just hop over here. And where are my shears? Cool. And, oh, okay, good. Stop. That's fine. It can be there. I just need to be sure they're all waxed and stuff. Okay. Oh, well, I think I waxed the chest. Okay. I guess I'm down here now. Okay, I think they're all waxed. I wish I could tell, but nope, that's just not a thing that's going to happen here today. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, so there's 4. I think for these first 2, I definitely want to do like 6. Seems reasonable. I mean, 8 might be good, but I think 6 seems reasonable. Okay. Oi, now you're in the way. Come on. Okay. I might have waxed that chest. You know, I was not expecting to come in here with all the chest waxing goodness, but apparently that's what we're doing today. All right, and okay, just do it this way. I think that's right. Yeah, and the copper chests aren't waxed, so. Okay, so what are we at? So there's 6. Guess that's okay. I guess that's fine. Woohoo! Alright, smash my face against stuff, but otherwise we're okay. Sweet. Grab some more trapdoors. Let's see if I can do this a little bit smarter this time. Okay. Alright, now step 1. We need to make with the waxy waxy. Hi, guys. I would like to wax you. Will you come over here so I can do that? Yeah, no, he's just gonna resist the waxing. Hi. Do you want to get frozen that way? Because I don't want you to get frozen that way. That would just be contrary to my wants and desires. Okay. All right, nice. All right, so now we get the gear here. Okay. That goes away. All right, I'm just changing sides because it's easier to go back and forth. Okay. All right, and go. Okay. Got in there before they were going to escape, so that's a plus. Okay. So where are we at? We at 5? Or 5? Okay. Okay. Now, trick is to get in here and there we go. Again, get it all in place before they decide that they can climb out. Okay. There we go. And now we crash into the ceiling. See? Told you. Alright, it wasn't the ceiling. It was the trap doors. But still, crashing totally happened. And that's absolutely a thing. Okay. Alright, so there's 6 in each of those. Okay, oops, hang on, since you're right here, right? Okay, those guys are all waxed, which is lovely. All right. All right, back to, yeah, I think we said we'll keep 6 in each of these. And then probably what I'll do is 4 and 4. And then we'll do 2 in each of those, which I think I already have, so that'll make that nice. Okay. Okay. You know, you're in the way. Just saying. Yeah, you're in the way. Thanks. Okay. Say what? It's fine. Okay. All right, next. All right. Sorry, this is a little bit tedious, and that's hack. Sorry, that was not how I wanted to do that. Okay. Okay, so now we're at 5. Great. Okay. Well, this should be fairly quick then. Go. All right, now, if you guys would quit crowding around the chest so I could break it, that would be great. Okay, none of them are waxed, so that's good. It means I hit all of the copper golems. All right, there we go. Get these guys in. All right. Okay. So this will be nice and easy. Okay. There's that one. So we're at 4. This will be 5. Go. Okay, and then this should be 6. There we go. Great. Okay, so we got all of those done. Honestly, ender pearls might be easier way of doing this, but that's okay. Okay, so, as I said before, we're going to do 4 on these sides. Okay, so. All right, so there's number 3. Go, come on. Now you're just in the way. Golems are good at that. And number 4. Oops. Okay. All right. Just a couple more to go, and then we'll be done with the golems, and I can start getting a ceiling on here. Oh, I don't know that I actually waxed the other golems down here. Okay, now those are good. I think they're good. Also, I don't know if I waxed these ones over here, so. Alright, yeah, because this definitely has to be done before I get everything else in place. Nope. Nope, I didn't wax any of them, so that's cool. Oh, that text seemed important. Okay, well, it's good to know. Sorry, reverse 911 text. It's important, but not like dangerous or anything. Okay. All right, so these guys are done. Ah. All right, let's not starve. I know, weird, right? The whole not starving thing, but Okay, good. And nice. All right, like I said, I'm not going to need too many of these guys over here, but okay. And then let's get that chest out of there. Cool. Ah, you know, you're in the way. That's fine. It's not like copper golems, you know, care about what I actually want out of life, right? Okay, did I wax these ones already? I think I did. You know, it'd be really cool. It'd be really cool if there were a way to go into swim mode without elytra and without being in water. You know. Okay, these guys we're gonna leave as they are. I mean, we'll wax them, but I'm not going to add any additional golems to these two sections here. In fact, this one's probably okay with just one, but come on, no, come back here. There. All right, but that will definitely keep things reasonably happy, I guess. Is okay. All right, well that part's done, which is fabulous. Oh, this is looking so much better now that the copper is turning green. Oh, jeez, I can't speak. There's something wrong with my voice. All right, so what I want to do here is let's figure out where the roof of this building is going to be. Obviously, it's going to be above the glass here. I thought about putting it at the same level of the glass, but I don't think I want to do that. I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it. So we're not going to be able to see into this. Oh, boy. Voicing. Okay, so if I come up to here. Oops. All right, where does that put me on that? You know, I think maybe I want to bring this up one more. Oh, geez. Sorry about that. The sneezes are coming. All right, so, and no, I'm not sick. It's just stupid. Okay. By stupid, I mean I think it's just allergies are dumb. Okay, so I think if I were to bring this out this way, saying that, grab that. I could grab all of those that soul sand too, but all right. So if we bring this out this way, right? So we're gonna come out like so. I think this will work. Now it's going to take a lot of deep slate brick to fill this in. I thought about using a different color, but I want it to blend in with the portal here, and I don't want to change the portal. The portal is going to remain pretty much the way it is. Okay, I just want it to have, well, I just want to keep that look, honestly. Because I like the deep slate portal, you know, reinforced deep slate, right? That whole natural generation type look. But the main structure of this building is not going to be deep slate. Okay, that's definitely going to be changing. To what, I'm not entirely sure, but that's a problem for future me. We'll deal with it then. Honestly, that's probably going to be later today. Okay, let's just be honest about things. It's probably going to be later today. I don't worry about that. But I want to at least get, I don't know, I don't know if I want to totally fill in the roof yet. But I definitely want to get the dimensions here. Okay. I think we're going to go out to... Is that where we're... Oh, right. This side has... Right, this side closes. All right, so I really do just want to come out to the edge here. So what's happening over there... Here, let me free cam over there for a minute so you can see. This side's got a wall. Over there, we're going to have a door. But this side is walled off. I'm probably going to be taking some of this out and doing some other things here, but for now, we'll do that. So basically, I think we're going to end up taking this. Just take it all the way to the outer wall of the structure. I mean, that would totally be a thing. I guess I could count and make sure we're even and stuff. That would be probably good. Okay, so, well, hang on just a sec. So there's 6 there. Yeah, so these are the same, and then it's basically 2 blocks more. So there, so it's going to come out here. So 2 blocks more, 2. All right. Okay. Yeah, no, this should be okay, I guess. Also, I have 0 need for pumpkin seeds. I definitely have more than my share of pumpkin seeds, I'll tell you. All right. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I don't know anything. Longtime watchers of the streamer, yes, we know. You know nothing. It's a thing. We are aware. Okay. All right. So basically, coming out from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 12. This side should be a little bit longer. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nope, it is 12. And then this wall right here. Okay, which is right at the edge. It's 1 block inside, actually. So if I come over here. Right, so if we had the orange, you know what? I've got some resin here. I don't know if this is going to stay, but we're going to start with it. Just to keep things sort of marked out evenly and stuff and things. And yeah. All right, so 1 past this puts us right inside that edge. Okay. Ow. So coming through here then. Okay, what side is that? Side. This is at Y minus 40. Okay. So minus 40, that would be this one. Okay. So if I come out 1 past the orange. Oh, the orange is... these buildings are just... They're wrong. They're just totally and completely wrong. That's okay. Honestly, what it is the structure is an even number of blocks. So... You know, it's It's fine. It's totally fine. All right, so yeah, for now, we'll just block around that row that's just inside this outer battlement. Okay, and then we'll call that, okay? We'll call that where the roof is. All right. I do want to double check some things here to be sure we're even. So we're coming out here. We've got this 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. Okay. 6. And then the one above that. Okay. It's 1 over. Okay, which is fine. So we come to this. What? Okay, we fall down. It's okay. Falling's a thing. I'm totally capable of falling. Just okay. So coming out, I count out 6 from here, right? So there's that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So the hopper is right at that. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And yes, that would put us right here. Okay. Good. Good. All right. It's nice to know things kind of sort of line up. Sort of. Okay. And I have scaffolding here. Convenience. All right. All right. So yeah. So basically this is going to come right across this way. And yeah, I'm absolutely going to be changing a couple of, well, some doors. Yeah. This is going to come out here. And some places where the path comes in. Like right here may end up going away. Because I don't think I actually want to have a road coming in there. So, you know, that's something that would change. Okay, and then I'm definitely going to take, I'm just going to take that over, road thing out. That was just part of the natural generation that I modified, and now it's just wrong. Honestly, this probably, I might need to go too. We'll see. I'm going to take a look at some of that. Okay, but that's part of what I need to do here with this project is figure out where is everything. Okay, so like, for example, this. Do I actually need this here? Right, now, I haven't fully decided how much of, actually a lot of this I'm not going to flood, because I built this, when I built this area I figured, oh, ground will be here. But when I started moving out, like in this side where I've got the park, and then the rest of the city, I decided I was going to flood it. So there's definitely a good part of this that I don't want to flood. But what I might do is take this walkway, replace it, but then have a way up here, maybe. Also, I'm going to change the entrance on this side a little bit because this is off center. right? It is, look at the center of this, and it is not at all the centered with the what will be the door here. So, and this thing pretty much goes nowhere. So honestly, let's get rid of it. That's right, it's going away. You know what's the nice thing about Minecraft is even though you've made some decisions, they might even be really big decisions. You don't have to be bound to them, right? I was watching a Pearlescent Moon video today, and I knew it was coming because I hang out in her streams, and yeah, I remember when she was talking to the other hermits about it, she moved her entire base that she's built this season. She got a bunch of her friends together, and they basically rebuilt her entire base about, you know, a couple hundred blocks off to the side. And it was a right choice, okay? It's definitely the right choice. It just looks better. There's all sorts of good parts. But that's a significant decision, right? It took her and 14 of her friends or something to sit down and say, you know what? This is I need to move this. Could we move this? And they did. And it worked out well. All right, I think maybe what I'll do is I'll put, oh, hang on. Sign GUI. Okay. All right, I think I'm going to put end stone over here. So we just drop that in. So what I'll do is I'm going to have the stone types over here. We'll do the woods over on this side. And then stuff will continue around. Now I have a lot of extra barrels coming down the hallways. If you were here for the stream last week, these are just here for decoration, okay? They're barrels, but I'm not doing anything with them. They're just here to make those hallways look better, okay? Which, you know, who needs their hallways to look better, right? Yeah. So, let's go ahead and take all this out. I should take that out over all the way to the furnace array, but I'm not going to do that. That is a problem for future me. Speaking of which, I've got a new merch item up. It is a 12-ounce cup. It's actually the cup I've been drinking out of, not this particular one. If you order it, you'll get a different cup. But it says that's a problem for future me on one side and selectively lazy on the other. So it's a nice cup. I like it. It's got a lid you can close, so it's not, I wouldn't necessarily call it spill proof, but it is spill resistant, which is nice. It is actually very nice. I think what I might do, I'm trying to figure out where I might actually put or have the water. I think what I would do is have it kind of stop, oh, I don't know, somewhere along this line here. I might even run the line this way. Okay. That might be the thing, okay? Now, let's see. This is floor level. Okay. This all comes out. All right. All right, so yeah, this is all going to come this way. Ooh. And, yeah, that should be good. I do need a spot for for wool and a spot for skulk. This is all going to be trees. I might want to leave some tree overflow potentially. You know, Mojang's been adding new trees lately. And it's kind of nice, or it might be kind of nice to have a little bit of extra space. So I might put skulk. I'm going to put skulk over here. Okay. It's, I don't know. Not entirely sure. Honestly, there's some things it might have been better. I set this up so I could sort non-stackable items over on this side and then have the overflow. Right, that's these ones. Overflow. Overflow. Honestly, what I should do... Well, no, it's fine. It's fine. There's a probably a better way of dealing with that, but it's okay. We're fine. Overflow is going to come over here. All right. So, yeah, we'll just deal with it. Okay, right. Bamboo would come in here. Sure, why not? Okay. Now, I would still need to come in and do filters and all of that goodness. There's something to be said for having the stuff you use a lot right next to each other, just right across the aisle. It's not how this is set up, but, you know, it's probably okay. Probably. All right. All right, so let's see now. I was opening all of this nonsense up. Oh, the other thing I'm probably going to want to have at some point is a slot for wool as well. Okay. Let's go ahead and clean this out. Now, here's where things are going to be mildly entertaining. I don't know if they're going to be, if they would qualify as fun, but they're definitely going to be mildly entertaining. And that is, what the heck am I going to do with any of the rest of this stuff? It's cracked, it's cracked. That, maybe. Yeah. All the filtery goodness. What's there? Okay. You know, I have shears. Let's go ahead. It's part of the reason I have these shears, is so that I can get through all of this wool. That's the thing. When you're doing a lot of work in an ancient city, there's a lot of wool to remove. Okay. All right, and then this goes away as well. All right. So this is going to be our basic entryway. Okay, I'm going to have to move all of this stuff. Okay. Though, in all honesty, might try to decide. I may have some stuff back here, but I'm trying to figure out some stuff. That's a thing I want to do. Like, I want to be able to take an ender chest and maybe put it there. But honestly, I don't know. Okay? There's a lot of stuff going on here that I just don't have a good answer for, okay? This is the input to the sorting system. That much I do know. I have that answer. I know what that answer is. But things like, oh yeah, where's the crafting table going to go? And where's all of this going to go? I don't know. Right? You know, for all I know, I'm going to leave this all I'll fill this in, and I'll put all of the crafting thingamajiggies on this side. Which is definitely a possibility. Okay. Alrighty, so grab our shulker boxes of shulkiness. Right, that's copper and resin. That one is empty, which is definitely fine. Yeah. Okay. Lovely. All right, so what was I doing? Oh, copper. Cut copper. There we go. So this is going to come up right here. Okay, all the way up to there. Great. This should move. All right, and I think what I'll do, this one. I do want to put those walls in. Now, what else am I going to do with them? That I don't know. Oh, actually, I have wool on me, so that's great. Okay. Cool. Now, it would be really nice to, I don't know, maybe have the crafting things, but have them hidden, right? So I could come over here, hit a button or stand on a pressure plate or something, and something would open up here and I would get access to my stuff. Okay. Which could be really cool, I guess. Because really, if I were to take a crafting table, let's just craft another one. Right, I could put a crafting table there, but it's just not going to look good, right? Right, put in the crafting table, put in the ender chest, right? That's just not going to look good with, this thing here. So we may be doing some more redstone and stuff later in the stream. Or, next week. Who knows? But I do kind of like the idea of having something. Like having them back here, perhaps. And then having stuff drop or maybe pull away or something. I don't know. That's actually an interesting idea. What if... hang on, I want to try something. Let's see. Let's get this wool out. Okay, let's assume for just a moment that we've got a crafting table right here. I can reach that. Right? I could reach an ender chest right there. And do I have more? No, not really. I've got that's diorite. I had a shulker box that had regular stone in it. I don't know where I put it, but I have one. There it is. Okay. Okay, so what if I were to have this something like that? Okay, where then this would go right there. And then if I were to come in with some wool. Okay. And let me see, do I have sticky pistons? Do I have any pistons? Nope. No, I do not. Do I have iron? Okay. Great. Iron. We've got that. We've got planks. We've got redstone, which is a thing. Okay. All right, so then if we just come here with ack. Okay. That was almost good. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just turn all of this into planks. Great. All right, next. Okay, so we'll grab some of those. I've got some slime. Okay, perfect. Sticky pistons. So what if, let's see, we take this out. And we put some sticky pistons right like so. That's going to have to move, I think. And then, let's see. Does it matter which side I put it on? I don't think so. Don't think so. So what I would need to do, first off, grab some smooth stone. Not that I totally need it, but it's... I feel better about having my redstone on smooth stone. I think I am going to... Oh, no, I can't have it on this side because I don't want to hit those hoppers. So we'll come around this way. Okay, so... And then, let's see. So I actually could do it with a pressure plate right here, but yeah. Oh, honestly, that really should be glowing. Somewhere. There it is. That's why they're called sea lanterns. Because you see them. Okay. So yeah, so I think what I want to do is let's... Oh, I wonder... Okay, yeah, I've got an idea. Let's see, what do I need to do if I want to craft a copper bulb? Copper bulb. Copper blocks. Copper bulb. Oh, I need a blaze rod. Well, that's just annoying. Fortunately, I already have one, so that's cool. So let's go ahead and take this. I'm going to put it right here. Like so. All right. Then we're going to come off the back side of this. All right. Let's see, do I have a comparator? I do. Okay. Oh, I'm going to have to wax that as well. Oh, no, I don't. Because I want that to change. Okay. All right, so that's going to go like so. And then if I take a button, what would be a good button? It doesn't really matter. It's turning green, so honestly, a warped button might be good. I don't have any warped blocks on me. But let's meander over this way. Woohoo! And oh, tree bits are over here. Nether trees. There we go. That should work. Unless I've got one in here. No. I do have a lot of droppers, though. I don't know why I have so many droppers, but guess it's nice that I have them. Okay. All right. Now, I don't know what I would do with this building once I don't know, get everything in place, but you know, move all the storage out of it and stuff. Probably something cool. I mean, it's hard to want to actually tear down your starter base, you know? That is what that is. that how I want that to go? I don't think so. I think I want it to go... I want it to be opposite here. Okay. Oh. Why? Oh, because I'm getting phantom power. Cool. Okay, let me see if I can rig this that way if I do like that. Okay, and then oh, haha. Oh, we're still getting power. Quasi connectivity. Okay. Gotta love yourself some quasi connectivity. Be prepared. Welcome in. If you're having a fabulous day, I guess. Okay, cool. So that'll open like so. All right, great. So that'll let me get at all of this stuff as I need to. I do want to change the blocks under here, though. Guess that one's not going to matter, but it's all right. Cool. That will work. Okay, so good. So we've got some hidden stuff there. Now, if I were to put this in, I could still get at it. Okay, that works. That works. So, how you doing, Prepared? Hopefully you're having a glorious day. Or at least one that is where you're not, roasting in your own juices. Probably somewhat uncomfortable now that I think about it. Okay. Ah, cheese monkeys. Nope, that's okay. We're good. We're good. Everything's fine. All right. One of these boxes, this one, that's copper. Am I really that far gone on resin blocks? Apparently I am. All right. Cool. So that'll work. I mean, I don't know if I'm totally thrilled with the that center thing there. I mean, it's fine. I then hit the button and I can get at my stuff, but no, I don't like this. I don't like the look of that. I mean, honestly, I don't need the light behind it anyway. I've got plenty of light from the floor, so. All right, so that'll work. So yeah, so there I can get in. Get it. Fine. Totally fine. Everything is awesome. All right. Yeah, so then I can get at all of the stuff there that I need, and then I close it up, and it's hidden, and I don't have to worry about it. Okay, well that seems reasonable. Nice little easy redstone. Nothing for anybody to panic about or cry about, being scary and stuff. It's all good. Everything is fine. Okay, so I think oh, copper is stupid. Shoot. Okay. So I'm just trying to think of because copper there's so many copper blocks, it's hard to actually set a filter in a single double chest for them, which honestly really stinks. So yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out something else for that. Also, that's the solid wall. This is going to be, I mean, I could I could do this. It looks a little strange. But I don't know, I guess I could live with that. I don't want to move it. Because I've got all of the redstone and stuff set up. I don't want to move that at all. So all right. That's fine. That's fine. It's a nice input system for the rest of the storage. At least as soon as I get all the filters set. All right. Yeah, I'm going to need a spot for resin. I'm going to need a spot for wool. All the good stuff. So much good stuff. You know, light blocks, redstone, you know the drill. All the good stuff. All right. So that's going to be like so. So the next step is going to be opening the rest of this up. Figuring out how I want to handle an entrance. Now, I don't need this entrance. I don't need a door on the entrance, maybe is what I'm thinking of here, because in the ancient city, nothing is going to spawn, right? I don't have to worry about mobs coming in and anything like that, especially over here. I keep forgetting that geode is there. Right, but, you know, kind of where my original base was, I kind of sometimes need to worry about it. But over here, I don't have to worry about it at all. There's just nothing here. Okay, so, and yeah, I think I'm all deep dark biome all the way over this way. Yeah, I think so. Need to tidy that mess up too. But that's a problem for future me. Which is okay. Future me is definitely going to have problems. That's just how it goes. So the next question is, what do I want the outside of this wall to look like? Okay, we're coming up to there. That's our roof. Okay. Now I know it's pretty much not going to be deep slate. Okay, don't know what it's going to be, but deep slate is not it. And honestly, now I need to start thinking about what nonsense. Okay, I might take this whole thing out too, but what do I want this wall to look like from the rest of the build out here, right? Great, because we've got the park going on here. We've got the ruined bridge, which I want to replace and fix up and do something with it. I just haven't had an idea of what I want that to look like, and that's honestly a low priority. I don't know. Hey, Nell, how's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Hope you're having a fabulous day. Okay. So yeah, so now it's just a question of what color do I want the walls? And I talked about a little bit in the supporter newsletter for supporters at musicfreegaming.com that I might make this white-ish. I just not entirely sure. Right now, of course, it's all dark and overgrown and scary and stuff. You know, it's all the deep slate, which looks fine. Maybe what I need to do is, yeah, probably need to just take that out, actually. And maybe I just need to build up the outside here. Yeah, let's get some polished diorite here real quick. And scaffolding. Because I have those things. Alright. Those blocks can go away. They were just there as markers. Okay. Okay. So that's where that's going to be. Alright, now I said I could bring in some, continue the diorite, but I don't want the wall to become the ceiling and have it be the same material, you know? I think that would be a little bit weird. So what do I want to deal with here? This is going to have to come out here. Okay. Yeah, because this is going to have to come out so I can actually have a place to build said wall. Or archway, really. Or some other form of door. I'm going for a little bit of a more modern look on this particular structure. So, you know, we'll see how it goes. But right here, let's just mark it with the smooth stone since I've got it. That is basically where the wall is going to be. We're going to come up and connect to our roof up there. Now what I could do, and it would actually make some amount of sense, is I could take some copper right here. I moved everything, so now I can't find anything. I could take copper and just build this up this way. Oops, there we go. All right, I could build that up as the entrance here, right? The fact that that's 2 blocks wide is probably going to trigger somebody or other. Okay. That's okay. So if I bring that up like so. Right, so we're going to come up to, well, up to there. Because that's where the walls are. I know, it's weird, right? But yeah, that's absolutely where the walls are. So if we come up this way, you know, I turn that. No, that's fine. What I could do. Ooh. Do I want to take, I could take some spruce logs. Where's my spruce? Hello, spruce. There's my spruce. I mean, I could bring this in, right, and strip it. Okay. Nope, that's just how that's going to work. I was hoping that if I crouched, I wouldn't make with the stripping. I was wrong. Okay. All right, I could do something along these lines, and maybe just I could just do the planks here like that. I mean, that would kind of be okay, I guess. Not entirely sure I like this wall, but it does add a nice, I don't know, different design, I guess, to it. Just a different look. Okay. Alright, so if this comes here, I would need to bring some stuff, some resin up there probably. But if I make that the entrance, right, we come in, we got all the happy action going on this way. I just want to replace the floor here. coming out this way. Well, at least to there. Do I still have more bones? Yes. Yes, I do. Perfect. All right. I don't know if I want to take it all the way to here yet, so I'm going to stop there. Okay, so, right, so there's our floor. Now, I would then come in, probably light this up, right? Bring in our sea lanterns and cover all that. And just give that a little extra light, you know, all the fun. But do I just want to, maybe I just want to do that. Might work okay if I'm going to be honest with you. Honesty is sometimes great. Come on, there we go. Aha! Yep, see, I can click on things. I'm cool like that. Alright, so if that goes there, let's go ahead and get our, put our sea lanterns in. Okay. Yep, we'll just continue the sea lanterns across. That way we've got plenty of light. So when I turn off the gamma override, we're sitting in here like, oh, look, there's lots of light. Ooh, look at all the lights. You know, like you do. Okay. Honestly, if I'm going to leave that open, I do want to deal with some form of something here. I don't know what, but it needs a threshold of some sort, right? Does that make sense? All right, so that might go that way. I'm going to let that turn green. We'll let that oxidize. But then what to do with the rest of the nonsense coming through here? The other question really is, I don't know, is it a question? I kind of feel like I need some, something to coming across, you know, to, just to deal with the volume of diorite here. That's the thing. Sorry, my words are broken because I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, if I were to set out some, maybe even replace some of that diorite. But figure out some form of, you know, support structures, cross beams, you know, something coming through there. That might be good. All right, now comes the great calamity. What color do I make the building? That really is the next question, is what color is the building going to be? I do like the idea of it being a light color. It's Calamity mentioned. We don't have to worry about Calamity mod in Minecraft, okay? That's just, we don't have to worry about it. It's going to be fine. I mean, I'm not going to be playing it in Terraria, at least not anytime soon, so. Do I want to go, like, hyper brutalist and just make this all concrete? I could do that. I think I have sand and gravel. But I could just take this and make it just really smooth like that. Of course, if I mix it in with some something, mix it maybe with some white wool and a number of things. I have depth, right? You can't see it now because I've put walls up there, but I have a lot of space here, right? I've got this whole walkway that currently exists. I don't need that. I have all the depth I want. So if I put the outer edge and basically just build the square, right? This big honking rectangle, just build that out of concrete. I can cut in and put some depth into the building and just bring that all around, and so I can have windows, or at least the illusion of windows or something coming around the inside of this. I think that might work. I think it might. Okay. Concrete, huh? Okay. I really need to start thinking about filters. Don't want to do it now, but I kind of want to do it now. Okay. I kind of want to do it now. I don't need to do it now. But it would be really nice to be able to just throw my stuff into the sorting system and just let it sort while I come back and do things. Okay, yeah. Procrastination versus convenience. I know, right? All right, I have a silk touch shovel. All right. All right, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to set all of the filters, but I'm going to set some of them. Okay. Fortunately, I have just the thing right over here. That's right. Aren't you a happy little snowman? All right. And away we go. Yep. We're just going to get so much snow. This does actually eat some durability, but that's okay. It eats a lot of durability. But again, it's okay. See if I can... There's a spot, if you get it right, you can shovel basically all 3 spots all at once. Okay, which is really handy. Alright, now I don't remember how much snow or how many filter items you need in each filter. I think it's basically 3 stacks. I could run over to spawn and take a look because I've got it set there. But I should just go run over to spawn. We're going to deal with all of the procrastination today. It's going to be great. Speaking of procrastinating, I do that a lot. I was going to go somewhere with that, and just my mind just disappeared. My brain procrastinated the thoughts. Okay? I don't know, but this happens to me often enough. My brain just procrastinates thinking, and I'm not entirely sure I'm okay with that. But that is just what the brain does. The brain do what the brain do, so... Yeah. Alright, so let's... Yeah. Oops, that's change tools. That's what happens. I bump my mouse, and now I'm trying to shovel snow with an axe. Doesn't work nearly as well, you know? Alright. That'll work for the moment. Yeah, we're pretty well full. Yeah, brain has to do lots of things simultaneously. Yep, and you're right. It's just a slab of cells. Apparently a surprisingly heavy slab of cells. Boy, that was a moment. I was talking to my oldest daughter, who was in college at the time, and we were chatting about stuff, and I think she was taking anatomy, and we were chatting in one night. She says, "Yeah, brains are surprisingly heavy," and we're like, "And you know this how?" And because she got to hold one in her anatomy class. So so there we go. Brains are in fact surprisingly heavy. All right, so we duck in here. All right, this side will work. Doesn't really matter which side. I just need to go into one of them. All right. Oh, it's 4 stacks. It's actually 3 stacks and some not, but 4 stacks per thing. Okay. Okay, good to know. We'll go with that. We'll set up 4 stacks in the filters, and we'll go place all the things. It's nice working this close to something else, Why is that needed? So what that does is that handles, well, let me show you. Let me jump in. I don't know if you're familiar with the sort of the classic impulse SV sorter, where you've got 41 items, I think it is, and then 4 filler items in a hopper, right? And then so you read the redstone signal off that hopper, and then things unlock, and right, all of that good stuff. It's the same concept, except instead of reading off a hopper, we're reading off a double chest. So the way this works, die right away. Just die right, yeah. And bones away. Okay, so the way this works, let's take some deep slate here. All right, so we'll grab some. I really only need 1 of each of these, actually. Some tile, some bricks, some regular deep slate, right? And then let's knock a hole here so I can get in. Oh, it'd be really nice too, would be having a way to actually get up and set the filters. So basically what I have here, it's the same concept, again, as an impulse SV filter, just a little bit smaller. Oh no, I can do this from here. So what you do, I need snow. All right, is you need enough snow layers. And honestly, I just need 1 to mark a place. This 1, 2, 3, and so we're going to put a full stack here, but it's not going to stay a full stack. You can see it's already counting down. Well, what I do then is I can come in here and set items that would be filters. Okay. So, right. So I've got some regular deep slate here. I need to go get the other deep slate blocks, but we'll start with that. All right. So we'll grab some cracked bricks and some tiled stairs and some smooth. All right, take that snow out now. But if I take this deep slate, right, and I throw it into the sorting system, right, it's going to hop all the way up. It's going to get pushed up into the copper chest. The golems are going to start looking in chests. They'll check the first one. It can't go there because there's snow. Goes the second one, and you can see it puts it in, and then it all drains out. Okay. Again, it's the same type of thing as an impulse SV sorter. The signal strength when it starts putting it in, we'll unlock it so things will fall through, and then it's done. Right? Right, so we can set some stairs, right, some cracked. And then for these that I don't have anything programmed for, we'll just leave a just one snow layer in here. Okay, because the copper golems won't put anything in a chest that it doesn't match. Okay, so if I were to come in here and put polished stairs in, right, they'll look, but it can't go in this chest because it's just got snow. And then it will go into this chest, I hope. Right, because that's polished deep slate stairs. And they'll keep checking all of these chests along the line until they get to this one, which is empty. It just goes into hoppers, which feeds into this, and we do that again on the other side. Okay? So now, I really should label these back here, though, too. Let me see if I have signs. I might not. Probably have some spruce. Oh, I do have signs. Great. All right, so let's just label the ones that I have labeled. All right, so this one is deep slate. Okay. If I come over here, I believe I set this first slot to be bamboo. Yes. Okay. So this first slot is bamboo. Oops, I need the shulker box of snow. Now what I don't have a lot on me right now is bamboo. Somewhere here. I'm going to get through all the stuff. Okay. Oh, right. That's what that is. Okay. Yep. All right. Somewhere here I have some bamboo stuff, right? Some bamboo trapdoors. Perfect. All right, so now if I come back over here. Woohoo! All right, so I need... Oh, I didn't... Do I have the snow? I do have the snow. Cool. All right. 4. I think that's right. 2, 3. Now there's... is a little bit of magic you can deal with for ensuring that the copper golems don't put too much stuff in here and then cause overflow issues. Yeah, I could spread out the snow so it fills all of this extra spaces in and stuff like that, but I'm not going to worry about that too much right now. But what then happens is if I put these trap doors in, right, our golem friends are going to, again, just run right down the line and then throw stuff in here. Okay, so I got snow. Okay, again, I'm not wanting to come in and set all of the filters yet, but that'll be a thing I have to do. It takes forever, but really most of the time that it takes is just coming in and figuring out what goes into each one and then crafting or placing in the items that you need. So, you know, that's a thing. Okay, so honestly, one of these should be spruce. All right, let's see. So if, oh, darn. I was sort of hoping I could see them in like alphabetical order or something. But Okay. So, all right. So we're looking at what? Cherry or birch, cherry. Right. This would be birch. This would be cherry. If I put them in alphabetical order, right? Do they have to be in alphabetical order? No. No, they don't. But are they going to be? Yes. Oh, except acacia would go here. So no, they're not going to be in alphabetical order at all. They're just going to be in an order that apparently I'm just going to do. Okay, so we're just going to put spruce here. 2, 3, 4. All right. All right, that goes there. 2, 3, and 4. Again, it'll pour out some. It's just easier to do it this way. All right, and then we'll drop a couple of things in there just to deal with the stuff. Okay. So now I can put in at least some spruce things and they'll get caught. Okay. So that's the idea. This is a really, really basic multi-item sorter. Right? You can get some really fancy ones, but this is it. This is your just basic deal. Yeah, you still don't play Minecraft. Yeah. No, that's fair. Okay, so oops. Up we go. So yeah, it's a pretty straightforward thing. And I remember a lot of people sitting down and playing with the redstone on this when the copper golems first came out. It was really fun. I think I saw a couple. Mumbo Jumbo had a really good video on different ways of dealing with the copper golems and stuff like that. That was especially good. I think I had one of these I'd set for Skulk. Which one was it? Ah, this one. Okay. I don't have anything in there yet, but Skulk is going to go that way. It's nice to label it on the backside so that, you know, as I'm coming through here, it's like, oh, I need to add something to the filter. Where does it go? Okay. And so that'll go in there. Yeah. I mean, I can use free cam. I can't just peek into the chest with free cam, at least not in multiplayer. Single player, the Tweakaroo mod lets you do that, but it's really handy to come through free cam and just say, oh yeah, that's Skulk in this box. Let's set a filter for that. Now, the nice thing is, because this is all signal strength based, all of these chests are designed for just regular items. But I've got a couple, or I've got a whole batch of them on the far end where I compare it to a larger signal strength. That's going to take a lot of time remembering. Man, I don't have memory for that nonsense. But yeah, because it's all signal strength based, I can come down to the far end or something over here. And I set up some longer signal lines, so I can actually sort non-stackable items. Right, so I can come in there and I can say, all right, here's some netherite tools or diamond tools or iron armor or whatever, and the golems will just happily sort those into the right place. Saddles and stuff like that, right? Shulker boxes. You know, all of that good stuff. Now, unfortunately, I have a small problem with my redstone. which we ran into last week, but if I put an empty item or an empty shulker box into the sorting system, it's going to jam the system a little bit, which is annoying. But I haven't sat down to work out a detection system for that. Okay. Whoa. Yep. Gravity. Gravity's a thing. All right. And then these guys, actually, those are overflow. In fact, they're not even, oh, actually they are set up. Okay, cool. All right, so now we're set. So I can throw in at least a few things like the deep slate. Some of it won't get sorted. And when it doesn't get sorted, it'll end up in one of these rows over here. Right, now it'll take it a long, oh, darn it. It'll take it a long time to get there. Like if I throw this smooth stone in, it's going to have to pass through, right? They're going to check all of those chests and all of those ones and those ones and those ones and all the way back around. And eventually, in about 87 weeks, it'll end up over here. Okay. Slow, but reliable. There are some really good redstone-based multi-item sorters. Like, I think, was it Mayazuma Games has a really nice multi-item sorter, but I didn't want to go through the pain and suffering of building that one. Or there's another one I used that was kind of nice. Doesn't stack quite as well. It's a 2 wide system instead of, or 2 wide slice instead of a 1 wide slice. But I didn't want to mess with that, and those systems have a tendency to break. So I'll just take the slower, but, you know, whatever system. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw that stuff in. I think I'm going to make this one stone. Just now that I'm thinking about it. So we'll fully set up some filters here. Stone, thank you. I should find a system here that's got doors or something. It's annoying that's all clicky. I thought I had that these dropper vaders were quiet, but I don't know. I probably missed something. Oh, okay. So that's wrong. This one is stone. Right, because that's not set at all. This one is the deep slate. Okay. No big deal. All right. So there, 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 and there. And again, it'll count down, but that's fine. Okay. Obviously, I don't have all of the stone possibilities there, but that's okay. Alrighty then. Now, the one drawback to this setup is that I can't put snow layers into the system. And you can't get around it like you might be able to with the with an Impulse SV sorter, where you can just do named items. Copper golems can't read, so they don't care about an item's name or anything like that. They'll just say, you know what? This box has something that looks like a redstone torch or a snow layer. We'll just do snow layers. All right, nice. So that's going to be a thing. Boy, this took forever. How is it already an hour and 40 minutes into stream? All right, so let's see. I need Sand and gravel. What I really need is create mod and just let it grind that stuff out for me. So, yeah, so let's go see if I have some sand and gravel, and some white dye would be helpful. Alright, this way. Yeah, if I'm going to make white concrete, then white dye is going to be sort of important to this process. Okay. Yeah, but I think what I'm going to want is... I said I'm not going to do the whole... Obviously, I'm not going to have time to do the whole structure. But what I want to do is I want to get a basic idea of what I want the colors and stuff to be. So I'm just going to start with the area right around that door. And then we'll look into it a bit more and just see how it's going to fly. But okay, let's try not to crash into the nether roof. That would be awkward. All right. That was the wrong portal. It's okay. It's okay. We'll go through the correct portal as soon as I remember where it is. All right, there we go. All right, so let's see what I've got in the way of white concrete. I might already have a fair amount of white concrete. I mean, I could make it out of terracotta. That's... Actually, that might be an interesting idea. Because the concrete looks fine, but I mean, I could. It's gonna be obviously having some of that the copper. I mean, I could come in with various types of terracotta. I could potentially even take out that copper I put on the outside. That's definitely a possibility. Okay. So I've got that. What do I have in the way of concrete? I do have some white. I've got a lot of light blue, but I don't want to use light blue. Is that it? That is it. Okay. Do I have sand and or gravel? It's gravel. Sand. Yes, there is some sand. And sandstone, it looks like. Chiseled sandstone, sandstone wall, sandstone. Yes. Not nearly as much sand as I was hoping. So gravel is easy. We've got gravel. Let's go see if I have some more sand. I had sand going into bulk storage over here. So I might have some sand. Yeah, a little bit. Okay. Oh, because terracotta. Now I'm wondering. Do I want to... Because I could see some fun with some red terracotta. Maybe some red and some black. That might be really good. Not the brown. But... Sorry, I know you can't hear the chest. I've got the chest sound is turned way down because of the... those guys. I know what I'm talking about. Nobody else does, but I know. Where do I have shulker boxes? I know I have shulker boxes. right over here. Empty shulkers. There we go. Oh, since I'm right here, hang on a sec. This this had a shulker breaker on it. I forgot how it works, but it totally has one. Where did I put it? Oh, okay. Powered rails. Maybe I'll redo my item elevator. Right. So, where is it? Because I know. Right. I put shulker boxes in. Oh, it's right here. That's the thing. Okay. Right. It breaks the dealy bob. Oh, I see what happens. Okay, kind of. Right, so this goes through here, and this might power. Okay, and there's some magic there. Okay. All right. I might play with some of that later, but for now, let's go ahead and grab these empty shulkers. Nope, that's the sand shulker. That's not the one I'm looking for. Okay. And let's go ahead and get some of the red terracotta, which I think will be good. And then, do I want to deal with... I don't think I want to deal with green. I love the green terracotta. It looks so good here. But I don't want to use that for part of this build. Let's go ahead and grab some orange as well. That might be helpful. And then we can deal with the others if I need to. But for now, I kind of like the idea of maybe playing with that. All right, let's see if I've got some bone meal over here. Oh, hang on. Sandstone wall. All right, bone meal. I really need to come over here. Okay, bones are empty. Bone blocks. Yeah. That'll work. Got some bone blocks. Do it stacks. Why not? All right. Nice. It's fun having stacks of cobwebs. I don't know what I would use them for, but it's nice to have them. Just hang on. No, I built this myself. When I moved, see, the ancient city was my main base when I started this world. And then, yeah, I took a break and I was playing Create Mod for a while. When I came back, I wanted to move out of the city. And I wanted to build a base in a Badlands. So this is it. This is my happy gas-powered Badlands base. And I've got a bunch of work that still needs to be done and a bunch of things. But this area, obviously that's the storage. And I built it. The copper golems weren't in the game yet when I built it. But I knew they were going to be, so I planned for that. So, and you can see the lights that go around. That shows me that the system is processing items. Oh, there's a cat. Got it. And then this level, this is the habitation level. So I've got blacksmiths going on up here. Yeah, it's been some time. So I've got some blacksmiths up there. I've got wow, I can totally walk through things. All the librarians going on in here. All sorted in alphabetical order, and plus a handful of the best sellers for the books. You know, coming through here, I've got all of the stonemasons. So yeah, this whole area is just villagers and fun stuff like that. The top floor is like an animal preserve that I need to get. It's one of those things I need to get back to. Lots of projects that you know, I either didn't finish or I started and didn't know how I wanted to continue with it, that type of thing. So, and that happy gas, that one just got loose when I was training some up or growing some up. Come on, man. There you go. There you go. That door's fun. Takes it a minute. It's a little slow, but I really like it. It's one of those types of doors that it's powered by these guys. The creaking. When you look at them, they freeze. And when they freeze, they sink down onto a pressure plate. But when you're not looking at them, they float. That door is hostile mob proof. There's no possible way for a mob to open that door. You know, if you use skulk sensors, there's always a possibility some other vibration can trigger the door. Pressure plates obviously don't work. You know, you could do sideways placed regular doors, and then the zombies just. But creaking power doors are really fun because, yeah, then you just walk up, you look at them, and they let you in. You know, it's like having a butler. All right, let's get back to the city, and we'll start playing with some of the colors here. I could see a mix and match of the white concrete and the red terracotta. I don't know how yet, but I could see something along those lines. Yes, the butler is permanently closed and has wet socks, which, you know, is probably not ideal for the butler, but that's okay. And, you know, the reality is he's made of wood, so I'm sure he's not rotting at all. All right. Okay, so the idea then, we've got a couple of things here. So I think step one, let's go ahead and take out some of this wall. Shears are good too. Honestly, I really should set up a storage slice for wool. At least for the dark gray wool. Because it's really hard to put back into the wool farm, you know? Hoppers just do a really good job of filling up the spaces. Okay. All right, so if I were to come in here with some white concrete, this would be easier to do if this changed. All right, hang on a sec. Let's go ahead. Oops, that's gray wool. Let's dump the deep slate. I'd throw it through the filter. I just don't remember if I've got everything set. Also, we're still, I think, oh yeah, see, there's our smooth stone. It's still working its way over here. So, okay. So let's do this. All right. We're going to swap out this copper. Okay. Oops. Go. I can do it. I can place things in the right place. It's a thing. Okay. So basically we're working off of this sort of color match. Okay. At least that's going to be the plan as things go. How much do the other players play? Not hardly at all, really. There are a couple they're playing for a while. Snoopers, who owns the server, was playing fairly regularly, but she's had some stuff going on in her life, so she hasn't been on the server. I was feeling a little bad for her too, because like she's paying for the server. This is her server. She just said, "Hey, you want to load your world onto it? I'll play that." It's like, sure, why not? But yeah, she hasn't been able to play much lately, and that's kind of sad. Okay. Actually, let's grab some of this orange too. All right, so this is, if I were to come out with the white concrete powder, or like, excuse me, concrete, not just powder, right, it would look something along those lines. Yeah, I hope it does too. She's got some family things and don't want to go into it, but yeah, it's I hope she can get it sorted out. Unfortunately, it's one of those things that's sort of a long running problem, I think. But hopefully soon. Okay, so I could do the white, but let's take this out. And again, I could always remove this this copper, or I can move some stuff out or something like that too. But if I were to put the red by it, the red's not bad. If I were to do orange, I mean, obviously it wouldn't go here because that's blocking the doorway, but the colors aren't bad. It's a matter of I'm going to have to add a lot of light to this to make this pop. If I come in here, sorry, I know it's a little dark because I've got turn the gamma override off. Right, but the white is going to, it's a really light color, so it's going to stand out even if it is kind of dark. But I think that might be okay. I don't know how it's, however this ends up going, we're going to have the deep slate and the portal up here. So I think I might use the orange in highlights, but I've got a lot of orange with the resin. So I think if I do orange, I think I might stick to that. Okay. So yeah, so that's a thing, perhaps. But in all honesty, I do kind of like the idea of coming out here with the red terracotta and using that as our base, right? As sort of like the canvas color, right? Okay. And yeah, I could absolutely change this, but it goes fairly well. The copper doesn't clash too much with the red, I guess. So I could swap this out. I could do some stuff with this. Basically, these 2 or 3 blocks here that make up the entrance. Kind of like it. I think I might just go with the red. I mean, it said red's not typically it's not a color I typically like to build with. but I'm kind of jamming with it right now. Okay, well, let's... I guess we have to take out a bunch of the deep slate here. Alright, which is fine. Of course, I don't have a beacon over here, so it's going to take an extra special amount of time. But no, I need to set up a... I have a slice set apart. I just don't have any... I have a filter in it for any of the wool or any of the skulk. Actually, the wool, I don't even have a slice set up for it, but... Okay. Alright, so let's go double check some filters, I suppose, and set up a place where I can just dump this wool. Alright. So, oh, do I still have the snow box? Oh, that's the gravel. Alright. Those may be useful later, but not today. Okay. Alright, so I need... Yeah, honestly, having the skulk down here is probably a good thing. Alright, so it's this slice. Do I have... Right, so this one ended up being spruce. Perfect. Spruce? No. Spruce. I also need to dye those and get some glow squid ink so they're easier to read. Okay. But yeah, so we'll get that down here. I think what I'll do is I'll put... Where do I want to put my colored blocks? Like my wool and glass and concrete. Terracotta. Maybe that'll be over here. It'll take it a long time to get there, but I don't deal with it that much, so maybe it's not going to be that big a deal. Okay, I can do that. So let's make this one wool. No, I want to make this one concrete. That'll be concrete. This one will be wool. And this one will be terracotta. Okay. So concrete, wool, and terracotta. Let's grab some signs. I still have that. Okay. Oh, let's also duck in here and set the filters. Okay. I don't know where copper's gonna go. But skulk, I think, was this one, right? Yeah. Okay. Hey, I even labeled it, so, you know, that's a plus. Okay. Well, that's probably a mistake, but, you know. Alright, it's not like I'm actually running anything through it at the moment, so probably okay. Alright. So, skulk and skulk. Obviously, more would need to be set, but now I can just throw the skulk in there. Great. And then on this side, hit my head on things. Alright, this side, concrete, wool, terracotta. Okay. This one is concrete, wool, and terracotta. Okay. Now, because this system is smaller, like I said, I don't have as much storage here, so I am going to have to be somewhat diligent about paying attention to things like you know, how full stuff is. Okay. All right, so that'll go in, that'll go in. All right, concrete, which I don't have any. Oh, I do have some white concrete on me. All right. Okay, and yeah, so I'm gonna need some more snow. Okay. And what was this? Concrete? All right. Cool. Yeah, and then I just need to set the filters for the terracotta, but I'm out of snow, so. All right, well, that's fine. It can wait. It can totally wait. But now I can throw that in there. So let's drop our snow. Okay. All right. And since I have all of this deep slate in my pocket here. Okay. Oh, I already put the signs away because that was dumb. All right. Okay, so that goes in there. Oh, darn it! I put the snow. Okay. Deep slate tile wall. Okay, that's already in there. Deep slate tiles. Let's deep slate brick. Actually, what I should do is swap this around so it's a little bit more obvious where things are. Okay. Tiles. Cracked tiles. Okay. Chiseled can go down here. Deep slate bricks we've got. All right. That should do it. I need to put a snow layer back in there. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it turns out there's a big hole in my wall now, so, you know, that's cool. Okay, of course, I probably have some snow. Yep. Okay. Yeah, see, that happens if you get the balance wrong. Then, ta-da, then things don't always filter out correctly. So, yep. Now, I suppose what I could do, I did set this up to be stone. I could put snow in here. And then if I do put snow or something into the system, it shows up in that box. But that's okay. All right, so concrete's going down there, so. All right. Wow, you know, this is definitely one of those days where it feels like I've done nothing. I've been going for over 2 hours, and it just feels like I haven't gotten anywhere. Okay, let's go ahead and get our red terracotta. Okay, so this is all going to come across like so to here. All right, at least we'll get the wall up. Okay. All right, go. There we go. Now we're cooking. Two, three, four. All right, now this will work. Now, obviously, as we were talking earlier, the ceiling is going to be deep slate, or the whole roof of the building is going to be deep slate. I think I'm going to try to slip in some lights or something up there so that it's so there's some, well, lights up there. you know, it's really, really, I would expect it to be kind of obvious. If I'm going to put light there, there would be light there. I know everybody is shocked. I put, am I out of copper? I thought I had more chiseled copper. Maybe I am out. That's chiseled resin. Resin bricks. Alright, well that's fine. I don't need many of them. Goes into my inventory, not into a random place on the box. Okay, cut copper. Just need a little extra cut copper here. Though, as I said, I think the reality is I think I'm going to change out the this copper. All right, I think that's going to be that plan. Righto. All right, so let's drop all the terracotta. I'm going to put a couple of these in the filters, and yeah, I should set up a filter for copper as well, but all right, but that's okay. That's a problem for future me. Oh right. Snow. Whoa. Okay, hang on. I can do it. This building is too many decorations. Okay. All right, so grab our. I didn't bring the shulker box with me. Well, that was dumb. It's all right. I only need like 4 stacks, so I've got plenty of room in my inventory for it. But, jeez, man, just silliness. All right, where are we at? 4 stacks. Okay, cool. I may want to move that snowman over here. Or set up a new one. Actually, would probably be better. Okay, terracotta. There we go. 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and then that will drain out and do whatever it is it's going to do. Okay, cool. But it's set now so that if I were to put some terracotta in there, or at least if I put in the orange and or red terracotta, it will do things that I want it to do. Okay. That is the hope and dream of everybody everywhere. If Minecrafters love containing any critter they can for their own convenience, pretty much. This is this world belongs to me, and so does everything in it. And I shall use you for my own pleasures. Okay, that sounds a lot creepier when I say it that way. I should probably not. That really sounds like I'm like a Hollywood executive or something, and I don't know that I want to go there. That is probably a bridge too far. Okay, we are going to end up with so much of the stuff here. Wool. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and... guess we're taking out some walls. I should probably get a hoe, too, and... just to make dealing with the skulk a little bit easier. Guess it's not really that big a deal, but... oh well. Alright, but we'll go ahead and clear out all of this fun stuff. So I've got room to stick up another wall coming around this side. Now I think for the moment, I'm going to follow my normal plan here is I'm going to start boring, okay? So I'm not going to worry too much about, you know, I'm not going to worry about detailing too much at this point. Okay. All right. Cool. So, sculpt going there. And I think I've got the... Don't remember if I set the filter for the gray wool. Let's take a look. Did I set the filters for the gray wool? I don't know. Wool. Yes, hey, what do you know? Though actually, for my own, we'll move it up. Okay. Cool. All right, we'll let them sort that out for themselves. Okay, so we're gonna. Yeah, I think I am gonna want to change that copper. I don't mind it being all on the inside. We're bright and we're orange and all of this stuff. But I think this copper is gonna go. I don't know what it's gonna go to, but it's gonna go. All right. But hey, at least the copper golems have space to spread their legs, right? They get to walk around. It's okay. It's a small space. But, you know, that's okay. They get to spend their lives looking at chests, which is really their whole reason for being. They just love going through people's chests. Okay. Right, because this is going to go that way. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and finish up this wall, or at least the boring part of it. And now let's figure out what the heck is going to happen with this copper. Actually, you know what might work well here would be to take some of that dark gray wool and use it. Yes, that's what we're going to do. We're going to use it. Okay, let's go ahead and throw that concrete in there because I think I'm done with it for the moment. It'll show up eventually. It was concrete in there, right? Yeah. All right. I don't have a dark oak slot set up, but it's going to go over there somewhere. Why do I have cracked tiles in there? That doesn't make any sense. That skulk happening over here? I mean, the skulk shouldn't have even made it over here. That's odd. I wonder... That was one of those things... Alright, hang on. Hang on, did I set... I did set filters here. Okay. Oh, I wonder if... Oh, I probably actually... I know what it is. I put that stuff in before I had the filters set here, and... Yeah, it just made its way all the way around to the golems there. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's they're not retaliating. They're not doing all that nonsense. That would be scary. I don't think I want that. All right, so Cool beans. You know, if I need to make that longer, I can. If I need a stronger signal. They're going to overthrow me. Yeah. Well, and I waxed them even, so they're not even going to lock up. That would be especially bad. It would be really cool having a way in and out of this. It didn't involve breaking the walls. Okay. Snow goes back. All right. Those should hopefully do their own thing. All right. Let's take out this copper. Okay. Let's come in with some gray wool. I think this is going to work out a little bit nicer. Okay. Yes, that is going to look a lot better. Okay. All right. That's wool. Okay. There we go. You don't have the patience or creativity for Minecraft? That's fair. That's fair. It's a... I love Minecraft. It's one of those things, I love the creative part of it. I don't like playing in creative, but I love the artistic stuff I get to play with when I play in Minecraft. Now, I'm not the best builder ever, right? I mean, I'm not the type you can compare to any of like the hermits or something like that. I'm not in that at that level, okay? But that's okay. Don't have to be. Am I having fun? Absolutely. And that is sufficient. Okay, so we've got the beginning of this. I want to do something up there, but I think do I want to do it? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 blocks or 4 blocks? Either might be fine. I'm just trying to figure out where I want to... Because I'm going to cover up this diorite. That's just a question of, do I want to cover it and then have this slide down at this level here? No. No, I don't like being able to see that like that. I mean, I could come in with some resin up there and do that, but for now, I think we'll stick this just at the same level as the diorite. Okay. Now, I think for the moment, I'm just gonna fill that in with red terracotta. But I think I may want to put in some form of, some sort of pattern here. Some other decorative thing, maybe some depth, I don't know. Okay. Now, Minecraft definitely takes me back to my days as a child, when I had a box full of Lego, and I was just grabbing pieces out and building, usually spaceships. And having all sorts of fun with that. You know, I think I like this. I think I'm getting a good feel here. I might bring the wool down along the bottom. So I don't know if I actually want this to be square. Right, I could round these corners a little bit. Like I said, I've got room. That's not the issue. Okay. Okay, but it's... I think I do. I think I'm going to go with the square. You spent all your creativity as a toddler? That's fair. So let's go ahead and pop this in. Wool. Cool. There it is. Yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, Minecraft hits me creatively in a couple of ways. One, there's the artistic nonsense, right? There's all this decorative nonsense that I'm doing here, building this out and stuff like that. There's also the technical creativity when it comes to redstone, right? Which I really like. I'm a programmer by training, and I like being able to come out here and start figuring out redstone stuff, right? That's just fun. But you know, there's just a lot going on, and I'm not as big a fan of like the just any of the combat stuff in Minecraft. I don't like the PvE stuff very much. I don't like PvP at all, right? But you know, exploring is not my favorite thing in Minecraft. But I think I want to change out those bricks. Yeah, I think we'll change out the bricks along the edge. Whoa, there we go. Can't even play with friends either because you only own Bedrock. I believe Mojang changed that, I think, not too long ago. I think if you own a copy of Bedrock or Java, you can play the other one. Because I only bought Java, but I have Bedrock available. Right, I can play Bedrock whenever I want to. I think it goes the other way as well. I could be wrong about that. It could only be one way. But I'm fairly certain that if you own one copy of Bedrock, or one copy of Java, or Minecraft, there we go. Get the right thing. If you own a copy of Minecraft, you can play either Java or Bedrock. Now, if you're one of those people, like, I think some of my kids, they play Bedrock because it came on their Chromebooks or something like that. Or, you know, it's pre-installed on Windows 11, whatever. That, I think you can't then play Java. But if you've actually purchased a copy, I think you should be able to play in whichever version you want to. Oh, you have it on disc on your PS4. That I don't know. I also have it on disc on my PS4. Okay. Let's go and bring this across. Like, see, there's our threshold. Yeah, actually, you know what could be really interesting is wool stairs or slabs. They don't exist in my game yet, but that would be cool. Actually, I don't think they exist in anybody's game. I think they're still in beta. Okay, so if I were... Okay. Let me see if I had a bunch of gray wool stashed around here too somewhere. Yeah, there we go. I have a bunch at my wool farm, obviously, but I don't want to... I wouldn't want to pull that out yet. Just because... You know, I've got lots here. Yeah, I don't know. If you log into the PS4, there might be an option to start or load in or create a Minecraft account. And if that's an option, then you might be okay. But honestly, I have no idea how that interacts with the console editions. Yeah, I think this is going to be good. It's going to be big and obviously red and dark, okay? Definitely have to get some light in this, but okay. I think this is going to work. I like the canvas this is giving me. Okay. There's definitely going to be a lot of detail work that's going to have to happen, but I really like what this is doing. Now, the one problem with using terracotta is I don't have stairs or slabs or anything like that. All I have are blocks. So that's sad. So that's going to make that's going to add some limitations potentially on how I can do detailing on this. But as a start, I think this is a good start. I like where this is going. And then, yeah, we can just jump in on things and break them, and yeah, because we're gonna be bringing the wall through here, right? Okay, so I'm gonna have to. I should get a hoe. There's a lot of skulk there. Okay. Right, but this is gonna come this way. Okay. I actually have mending on these shears, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, that's handy. So as I break all of this skulk here. Yeah, it's a problem with shears. They have very little durability just in general. And sure, I could potentially, and actually I've put unbreaking on them, but they still don't have a lot of durability just in general. Okay. No time. Time is okay. See how far we can go. On Thursday, the stream's going to be a little bit shorter because I have to work, which is annoying, but this is what I get. It's my fault. I scheduled this work, so it's like I had stuff to do. I've got maintenance I have to do this week, so. Hopefully, in a perfect world, it won't take long, but it does mean I need to shorten the stream up a little bit so that I have, yeah, so I have time to get started. So Thursday, I'm going to be back in Terraria. Thursday, what's the plan currently is to start hunting. What are those frost guys? Frost golems or whatever. I want frost cores. So we're going to be dealing with frost cores, hopefully. So that's going to be the hope and dream. Is we'll be able to. Oops. Of course. Oh, well, that's fine. That can be there. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to take out enough frosty guys that. I'll be able to get that frost armor I was drooling over. And it was bad. I had to get a mop. Okay. Right, so this is all going to come out here. Alright, this is all going to come out here. Okay, yeah, we're going to have lots and lots of wool. I don't need to take all of that out. At least not yet. Okay. Alright, let's drop off the deep slate, get some more terracotta, and see if I can get at least another Side done. Okay, skull can go in there too. Alright. Okie dokie. Red terracotta? Red terracotta. There we go. Rid of that for now. Alright. Well. Oh, where is this? Where is this going to? This is going to right here. This is going to come up this way. Okay. And this. Yeah, this will all come out, but for now, I won't worry about it. Let's go ahead and get this in place. Yeah, I think it's going to be close. I think I'm going to have enough enough terracotta to at least do this side. We'll have to. So I've got a lot of terracotta stashed over the Badlands because, unsurprisingly, there's a lot of. I've dug up a lot of terracotta over there. But I also have a lot of plain terracotta, so if I do need to dye more, that's not too bad to do. I've got a little flower farm here that I can get plenty of red dye and dye the terracotta and do all that good stuff. Okay. Alright, yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that walkway, but I think that's going to go away. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm really hoping I can get them all because it's what the frost armor. There's what 3, right? There's a helmet, chest plate, and leggings, or whatever they call those in Terraria. Okay. Yeah, I think this is going to go. I don't know what's going to go here, but whatever it is, it's not going to be this walkway. Okay, that's fine. All right, let's take this brick out. Yeah, but I'm hoping that I can. One, that there will actually be a blizzard, and I'm not going to have to wait too long to get it. And 2, get all the frost cores I need. I don't know how often the those frost golems spawn, but hopefully it's often enough. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be good. I'm going to definitely have to do some stuff, and there's some things with the water there, but oh, water, right, a water candle. I think I actually have one of those. Okay. Yeah, we lose a little bit of that border down at the bottom because of the water. But I think it's going to be okay regardless. Okay. Alright, so we're coming up here. Okay. Right, so this is going to come up this way. Yeah, all these things that maybe I'll remember. I did set up a Terraria channel in the Discord, so I've got a little bit more organized place to talk about Terraria. Okay. And we're going to come down here, right? 1, 2, 3. this. Okay. I figure I'm going to be playing Terraria for a while. I don't know if it's going to be one of those forever games like Minecraft where that's just, nope, this is just part of what I play. But I figure I'm going to be playing it for a hot minute, so. Alright, so yeah, let's dig this out here. Okay, right now, go away. Alright, so yeah, we're going to have to do a different type of doorway here, which is fine. We're going to have to bring the bridge down again, which is fine. Okay. Alright, so yeah, there's a lot going on here, but I think we can sort something out. I don't know if I want that, don't know if I want that visible. On the other hand, it would only be visible from the inside. If I were to come in here with some more red terracotta. Like so, something like that. And then maybe more wool. Okay. I'd still want to lower this walkway, but you don't see that orange until you get here. And then I can run, I don't have spruce on me, but I could run a spruce log, like a stripped log right down here on both sides. And that would certainly take care of something. Yeah, I think that'll work. Like I said, I'm going to have to cut this walkway back here a little bit. Said again, long term, I don't know what it's going to do, but short term, yeah, this is going to go away. Yeah, let's go and just cut this back. Okay. We'll just cut that back to about there. And I think I've got some... do I have tile stairs on me? I do. Nice. Okay. One of those blocks was in the right place. Well, wrong place, I guess. Okay. Nice. Okay, so yeah, at some point this bridge will get an overhaul. I'm not worried about it today, but I kind of like this. Yeah, a little bit of spruce coming down the sides right next to this, I think is going to be good. Yeah. All right. All right, that's cool. All right, so how's... Yeah, see the deep slate's starting to fill up here a little bit. Yeah, then it'll go into the next box up. But I can't remember if I actually set a filter for the end stone or not. I know I was going to put it here. I just don't know if I actually set a filter on it. All right, anyway, let's drop the rest of that in there. Okay. All right, so good. Yeah, it's starting to fill up. Yeah, we'll end up with stuff in there, but that's okay. That is okay. Like I said, I'll have to keep an eye on this, start throwing some of the stuff in shulker boxes. This top row of barrels isn't sorted at all. I have this here so I can put in bulk storage. All right, I can package some things up in shulkers and shove it up there. Okay. Great. Right, so red. Okay, I've got lots of orange, but no, not that much red. All right, that's fine. That is just fine. All right, so I need to... Let's see if I can finish this side tonight. It's already getting kind of late, but yeah, if I can finish this side, I think I'll be happy with the progress. Okay. Yeah, fortunately. Yep, I didn't grab a hoe, so dealing with the skulk is going to be a little bit slower, but that's all right. And this is why I have so much deep slate. I said, when you set up a base in an ancient city, you end up with a lot of deep slate. Yeah, this is another one of those pathways that I'm going to have to decide. I think this one actually might be easier just to take out this. On the other hand, what I could do, this one's going to have to... No, this one was fine. What I might do is take this side and have it bring stairs up onto the second level. I don't know. That's a problem for future me. We'll deal with that later. Okay. Okay, but this one. Alright, so this is going to come up this way. Alright, and then we're going to come down here. Let's bring this down the rest of the way like so. Alright. Oh, jeez. There's just so much of this here. But this is... It's okay. This is what I expected. So it's... I was going to say, I'm a little surprised how much wool is in these walls, but actually I don't know that I should be. Because I think the inside of this is supposed to be a relatively safe space where whatever you do, you're not going to send vibrations out into the world and call wardens to your position. Now, it's not to say they won't smell you, but wardens have a very finely developed sense of smell, after all. Oh, I've got some other things to set up too. So, on August 4th, Tuesday, August 4th, I'm going to be starting a new modded Minecraft series. And that's going to be fun. The 4th is actually my birthday, so we're going to have it's going to be a fun little birthday stream going on that day. It's not going to be any, like, special, run this command and screw up my world. It's not going to be anything like that, but that'll be fun. It'll be, of course, it'll be punching trees for the first couple of streams, but because as fun as create mod and applied energistics, I hope AE2 is going to be interesting. That's going to be good. Never played with it before, but I know that there's a progression just to get started on that stuff. So hopefully it won't be too bad. And I'm out of terracotta. Okay. Should I cheat? Anyone mind if I cheated for a minute? We're going to cheat for a minute. Okay. I just want to finish this up, and I don't want to take the time to fly back and forth. I know, right? Ugh, my immersion. It's okay. It's okay. We're good. Everything is great. I need terracotta, red. Got some. Yeah, I don't have a lot of red, but I do have a shulker full of regular. So we can go with that. If I'm going to have to be dyeing it, though, let's get another stack or so of bone blocks. Yeah. I also have slime. I haven't run my slime farm in a little while, so come on, yeah. Yeah, I have a like it's like a one chunk little slime farm. Doesn't produce much until I unleash the slimy hordes. And you can use what is it? Oozing potions to generate slime. Oh yeah, I run that for a minute. I get like 4 stacks of blocks. It's a little bit crazy, and I love it. All right. Oh, I should have just teleported back. That's okay. We'll stay high for a minute, see if we can get a couple of zombie piglins to spawn. All right. You know, get a couple of gold nuggets, you know. All right, so let's see. Let's see if I have any red dye already. Or at least some roses. Alright. Oh yeah, I got a few. That'll work. That will work. That'll totally work. Alright, so let me throw some stuff into the system. Okay. Skulk, all of that goes into thing. One of these things had that one. There we go. Alright. So red dye. And let's get some red terracotta. Alright. Red terracotta. There we go. Alright, that's good enough for now. Alright, I may need some more later, but aside for now, we'll get this side done. Okay. No. Alright, fine. I was hoping I could land that, but I missed. Here, let's just take this, because I've got to take this out anyway. Yeah, that's going to get replaced with all the good stuff. What is it? The gray wool. That's what it's going to get replaced with. Okay. Yeah, and I said I may have some depending on what I decide to do for the decorations here, you know, I'll probably end up cutting into this space a little bit, just to do things like maybe put in some windows, maybe put in some honey blocks behind it and some light, so they, you know, light the whole place up. You know, we've got some options, but I don't want it to be dark, right? I want this build to be well lit, because in the ancient city, or in basically any cave build, light is life, right? You look at this, that's all lit up. That's alive. It's all lit up over there. Some, right? If I free cam out, you can see we're lit up over here. But all of this darkness out here, it's dark, right? So it doesn't look like this is a living part of the city. So as I build this thing up, I definitely want to get a lot of light into the walls and just into the overall design of this thing, because if I can do that, then we're going to end up with a lot of light. I think we'll be using a lot of red glass, and doing some other fun things, but I'm not entirely sure what yet, but I'm sure something fun will happen. All right, but that's two sides. Not great, right? I mean, obviously there's a lot left to do. I mean, there's two more sides, surprisingly enough. I do want to come over here, because I did this on the other side. Okay, where I should have put the terracotta in first. That's okay. Okay. Yeah, see, that'll work. Now, this side did have, or wait, I could have one of these boxes. This one, right here, right where I could come in with some of our little resin blocks, right? Go ahead and put the chiseled ones on the end, right? Right, so we can do something along those lines. Because I think that's what's basically happening over here. Right, we come around this side. I don't have the chiseled, but it's that same idea. Yeah, so there's the copper. There's the resin. So yeah, we can do something along those lines. Probably should, honestly, just to continue this sort of top thing going around. But that means I might end up changing out some of this wall, and that's perfectly fine. You know, we can make lots of this stuff work. Okay, I don't know what all it's going to be like, and that's part of the fun. Honestly, that really is part of the exciting bit of this. Is like, what is this all going to look like when it's done? It's just going to be a red and gray box? It very well could be. It could be a red and gray box. But for now, that's what it is. It's half a red and gray box. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll get there. But for now, I think for today, we're going to call it there. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me today. It's been fun. I love the creative nonsense. It's all sorts of great. I also want to give a special shout out to my supporters over there at musicfreegaming.com. Y'all are awesome and amazing. So if you would like to have your name in the credits and become a supporter, that is musicfreegaming.com is the place to do it. Next stream will be Thursday, 6 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. I will be back in Terraria, so we were just talking a minute ago. See if I can get some frost cores, so I can craft some frost armor, which sounds just awesome and stuff. So I'm sure that won't at all be chaos at all. It'll be great. So check that out. And until next time, be excellent to each other. And this is Music Free Gaming signing off.